Hey guys, it's Jessica and I'm back with another video. Today's video will be about something that I have been in love with for so long and I've talked about them for so long, and that is buttercreams. So basically a couple months ago I discovered buttercreams and I was like telling people, why had no one told me about this before, because this stuff is awesome. So basically how I personally, and this is my personal definition and my own opinion, what a buttercream is, it has water and it has a butter in it, okay? Sweet and simple. It has water and a butter. And some of my favorite ones I have here, and I'll show you guys. And basically what I like to do with buttercreams and why I like them so much is because they're heavy and they're super moisturizing. And I'm finding now, especially now that my hair is getting longer, is that my hair is taking to heavier kind of emollient moisturizing products. So I'm into butters and oils a lot more, and I'm also into buttercreams a lot more because it helps weigh down my hair, and it also helps keep my hair really super nice and moisturized. So what I typically like to use a buttercream for is I'll wash and condition my hair, or co-wash, what have you, and then sometimes, depending upon the buttercream that I'm using, I add a leave-in, or I will add just the buttercream itself. And actually, I forgot one. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry. So basically how I like to use my buttercreams is I will wash and condition my hair, and then I will either use the buttercream itself as a leave-in, depending upon which one it is, or I will apply like a light type of leave-in underneath, preferably one that's slippery, because that's the reason that I'm applying a leave-in, because the buttercream I'm using I feel doesn't have enough slip to it. I'll apply the buttercream and then I'll apply just a light kind of gel on top, because a lot of buttercreams don't give you too much hold, and they're just there for like that moisture for your hair. So some of my favorites are, and I've talked about them numerous times, some of my favorites are the Bask Palm Tapioca Deluxe Hair Cream. And the first ingredients, for instance, are distilled water and cocoa butter. So there's that. That's the Palm Tapioca. I just bought this one. I also have a review on this, and this is the Naturalee Hair Care Olive and Jojoba Buttercream. It looks like this. And the first couple of her ingredients are olive butter, olive fruit oil, and distilled water. So, and then there's like a jojoba butter. So that's what that is. So typically in most of my buttercreams, they have water and butter within the first couple of ingredients. So there's those two. And for these two, I don't need to add a leave-in underneath them. I can apply them directly to wet hair and then scrunch a gel on top of it, and it works perfectly, and I have awesome hair and it's moisturized. So there's that. Okay, so my next buttercream that I love is the Oyin Handmade Whipped Pudding, which is a rich, dense, shea-based moisture cream. And this is what it looks like. I love this stuff. Again, this one I'm able to use on wet hair and then put a gel on top, and I'm good to go. Of course, it smells like chocolate. I don't know if I have a review on this. If I don't, or if you just want a review, let me know. But it smells good, and it's nice and just thick and creamy, and it just feels really, really awesome and nice going onto my hair, and it keeps my hair moisturized for so many days. And again, the ingredients of this, let me get the top back on. The first ingredients are water and shea butter, and then a little bit down you have cocoa butter. So again, you have that water butter combination. A couple of other things that I like are the Donna Marine Super Buttercream. This, I think, is the only one that I actually have to use a leave-in underneath, and I'm still kind of playing with this because I don't really know if I like it or not, honestly. And again, the first couple of ingredients are water, aloe leaf juice, glycerin, and then shea butter. So I'm wondering if the combination of the first couple of ingredients my hair doesn't like or whatnot. But it smells like cake. It's really very similar to the Oyin Handmade Whipped Pudding. Again, this is, I mean, I get decent results with this, but I think going on my hair, it feels a little weird for me. But other than that, I haven't had any issues with it, so there's that. Getting into kind of the wetter ones is the, hang on, is the Shea Moisture Coconut Hibiscus Curl Enhancing Smoothie. Again, I have loved this for a really long time, and it's actually a buttercream, or what I categorize as a buttercream, and as well as the Coconut and Hibiscus Kids Curling Buttercream. Now, these two, and when I did my review of the Kids Buttercream, I said how it's very similar to the Curl Enhancing Smoothie, except the Kids Buttercream, I would say, has a little bit more of the buttercream type properties. It is really smooth. It's a little bit wetter than the previous buttercreams that I showed you guys, but it's still nice and smooth, and you get kind of that buttery feel. Okay, versus the Curl Enhancing Smoothie, it kind of looks similar. It's nice and creamy and wet, and I mean, it's a little bit I want to say thicker, but you don't feel kind of like that same butteriness. But I mean, it could just be me, and I could be at this point splitting hairs. I mean, they're very, very similar in terms of what they do. Whoops. For my hair, they moisturize my hair really, really nicely. And for the money, I mean, you get a 12-ounce jar of the Curl Enhancing Smoothie, and you only get 6 ounces of the Kids Buttercream. So, I mean, if you are looking for a buttercream, something that's a little bit heavier but still moisturizing, and you're trying to decide between these two, I definitely say the Curl Enhancing Smoothie, because they're both the same price, I believe, but obviously this is, like I said, a 12 ounce versus 6. So you get half of a, like, you get 50% more in this jar. So yeah, again, for the Curl Enhancing Smoothie, the ingredients are water and shea butter, and then you have some oils and things, and then you get into another butter. So there's that. And the Kids Buttercream, again, you get water, shea butter, and it's actually almost identical to the Curl Enhancing Smoothie. So again, I could just be splitting hairs. These could be exactly the same to some people. So there's that. And lastly, well, this is not last, but this is my favorite buttercream of them all, just because it smells really phenomenal. I think it's the texture and the consistency is just really perfect for my hair, and that is the Curl Aid Moisture Butter by Camille Rose. And excuse me, I think in a previous video I stated that you could find this at Target. I lied. I'm sorry. It's not true. You can get the twisting butter at Target, which I'm really bummed about. I have tried the twisting butter. I would, in my mind, categorize it as a buttercream. It's very similar to this, but for whatever reason, I prefer the moisture butter. Now, I know they have changed the ingredients multiple times, so now the twisting butter and the moisture butter may be complete opposite, but when I tried them both together, they were pretty similar. But I just absolutely love it. Obviously, the smell, it smells like cake, and it's just nice and smooth. And look at that. It's nice and creamy and smooth. It's just the right amount of thickness. It goes on your hair really smoothly. This also gives you, as well as the two Shea Moisture ones, they do, when you're putting it on your hair, give you a little bit of flip, so it's easier to kind of distribute through your hair, which I like. But this one, by far, is my favorite. Camille Rose, please, 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 please put the moisture butter in Target, please. I would be so happy if I could get this on the ground, because I go through it a lot, and yeah, I just love it so much. So that's the moisture butter. Another one that is last but not least, and I was not even considering putting it in this video, and then I was like looking at the ingredients, and I was like, well, you know what, by your standards, this technically is a buttercream. It just doesn't come in a jar, and I get the same effects as I do from all the other ones I just showed you, and that is the Darcy's Botanicals Sweet Cocoa Bean Curl Smoothing Cream. And this is what it looks like. I did pick 2 of these up for Black Friday, and it just smells, it smells like chocolate, and it smells so good. Again, I use this as a leave-in and put a gel on top, and I have great moisturized hair. And the first ingredients are water and cocoa butter. So this is basically a buttercream in a bottle. And excuse me, I like how this is in a bottle because it's a little bit looser. It's almost the same consistency as the Camille Rose Moisture Butter. It's a little, I want to say a little bit thinner. But this is just completely awesome. I really, really love this stuff. All of these are easily, you know, some of my favorites. Definitely most of these are staples in HGs. Definitely the Camille Rose, definitely the Bask, definitely the Oyin, you know, maybe the Shea Moisture and stuff kind of rotates in and out. When they have a sale, I'll pick it up. The Naturalee, when she has a sale, I definitely go ahead and re-up on the Olive and Jojoba Buttercream. So yeah, those are my buttercreams and what I consider buttercreams. There are other things that I want to mention that are called, or some people call buttercreams that aren't necessarily what I feel are buttercreams, which are basically anything that's just butter and oils. So I kind of feel that that's more of like a hairdress or like a pomade or like a hair grease type of thing, because while it has a nice kind of buttery whipped consistency, if it's just butter and oils, I don't really get that same moisturized hair that I do with the ones that I just showed you, if that makes any sense. So excuse me, I've been talking way too much today. So yeah, basically if I were to take one of those buttercreams, or something that is called a buttercream that is nothing but like shea butter and a whole bunch of oils whipped together, and put it on dry hair, it's a great sealant, but at the same time I feel like I would have to kind of do the lock method to give myself some more moisture. So I may add, you know, my liquid leave-in or what have you, and then the oil type buttercream, and then say one of these creams on top. So just to make sure that my hair is nice and moisturized, because I don't really feel that if it's just like butter and oils, they keep my hair moisturized. Now throughout the week, that oil type buttercream is what I'll call it, just to kind of differentiate, I actually love, because I love to refresh my hair with it, especially in the morning. It takes care of the frizz. It gives me a little bit more added weight to my hair, so it's not as big and fluffy and fuzzy, especially towards the end of the week. I can't really refresh my hair with, say, one of these things, because it does have water in it, and it does kind of wreak havoc in my hair and kind of pull apart my curls and makes my hair bigger and more, I feel more susceptible to like the humidity and things outside. So the buttercreams that I use as my leave-ins, I wouldn't use during the week to refresh my hair. That's where the regular butters come in and the oils and things come in. So yeah, overall I love buttercreams. Really moisturizing. If you like heavy type things, if your hair accepts heavier products, go ahead and try some of these that I mentioned out if you're interested. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to leave them down below and I will answer them for you. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!